Are you ready to tell them?
I can't think of one reason why we shouldn't. Who wouldn't want to know?
Sure, we know.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Magnetic Beings, the podcast. I am your host, Devin.
I am your host, Heather.
We are
Magnetic Beings.
Expect the unexpected as we journey together, experiencing synchronicities and undeniable miracles.
To enhance your own inner power. Strengthen your already amazing gifts.
Shift your perspective and change your mind.
Learn more about who we truly are as beings.
You are capable of amazing things. You are a beautiful soul.
Love's the answer. Now's the time.
Welcome in, everybody. We are here to record the 11th episode of Magnetic Beings, the podcast with Devin and Heather. I'm Devin.
I'm Heather. 11 is our number.
It is 11. When we recorded the last episode, I think I had said it was 9, but it was actually episode 10. So
today I made my recap video from my live this morning.
yeah.
And I just went back. Somebody had like in the comments on it. And I looked at the date and I was like, Heather, it says January 11th. I just no clue.
That's crazy. Look at that synchronicity popping out. I love it. So today we are here to talk about crystals, all things crystals, and we've chosen how many? 7 or 8 crystals to get into like more detailed information.
Yeah, and you know what I did, don't you? I went down the daggone rabbit hole.
Did you?
I was like, oh, let me just research a couple things and brush up on my thoughts, and here we go.
Oh my goodness. Good stuff, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Very good stuff.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. So I guess we'll just start off with some basics about the crystals, what you use them for, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Maybe she's...
Yeah. So people have been using crystals for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Ancient Egypt, the Aztecs, other civilizations have used, crystals, stones of the earth for healing purposes, in technology, all kinds of stuff. Because like even quartz is used in technology.
Right.
And I guess the biggest thing, like especially when we're talking about healing with crystals, is to remember that everything that exists has a vibration, right? We have a vibration. Our vibration goes up and down, right? And depending on your mood, your circumstances, your vibration can raise and lower. And crystals have a vibration as well. They are more static than us because a lot of our emotions, ebb and flow. We're in and out. Beautiful puppy.
Got me right in the armpit. That's so cool.
So the important thing to remember when we're using crystals for healing is that, each variety of crystal holds a different vibration and can help to target different like energetic centers in our bodies. But as soon as it makes contact with us, our body will match that vibration of it as well. Right. So when you place the stone, so you can have a healing crystal session with just crystals, and they have people that are trained on that. I do not have my certification in crystal healing, but I know many people that do, and I use crystals in my sessions when I work with folks, and it's amazing the things that can be helped with healing
Yeah.
crystals. So they help us to become in alignment in our energetic centers. It helps us to match the vibration of the gemstones. The energy will surge from the crystal and be help your body, your energetic flow to facilitate free flowing.
Yes, it stabilizes it.
Yeah.
And the one thing you were talking about the quartz. I was reading something that was saying is it tetrahedron shape?
Mm-hmm.
It makes so that there's a positive and a negative charge on both sides.
You mean like this kind?
Yeah, I think that the structure is yeah like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
this one's like 2, 3, like 8 sides.
So there's a positive and negative pole on both sides. That's very interesting to me.
Yeah, and I'm sure that it also works with the poles of the earth as well.
hmm And if you rub them together, they create a spark. Do you remember doing that in elementary?
Yes, yes, I do.
hmm
All that energy creates a spark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Um, the other thing that you should always do when you're working with crystals is to set an intention with it. So, like here, I have an amethyst, right? And we'll go over the specifics about amethyst. But when you hold your crystal, set the intention. Like, what do you want this crystal to help you with? Like, what's your job today? And tell the crystal, right? Set your intention. I say this all the time. Your intentions are so powerful, right? Your thoughts become things. You are very powerful, powerful beings, all right? And you should be setting positive intentions always when using crystals for healing.
That is a beautiful amethyst too.
Thank you. Yes, my master teacher gave this to me as a gift. Isn't that pretty?
hmm Can you imagine? I would love to go finding crystals.
Yeah, I want to go to a crystal mine too and find some myself. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We could do that. We should go on a road trip.
We should. I know that in Virginia it's illegal to mine them.
Is it?
hmm
Why? Is that part of your rabbit hole?
I went. No, that's part of my trip. A trip I went on a couple years ago by myself, and I went to a place that we had gone before. I'd taken the kids, and I used to go when I was little and get these things that you bust open. They're
Geodes.
right, and I wanted to go in the mine and do it myself. And the girl said, "Oh no, that's illegal." And I was like, "Excuse me, sir." And I was like, "Oh, well, how do y'all have all these in this shop for sale?" And the mine was closed at that day.
Oh,
And she
wow.
said, we buy them from out of the country. I was like, what?
That's really weird. Why would you even have a mind then? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like false advertising.
Yeah.
Crazy. So there are so many different kinds of crystals out there. The earth is full of amazing, beautiful, different minerals, and it's just crazy. It's crazy. The earth will give you everything you need to heal yourself, right? Whether it's herbs and spices or crystals.
Yes.
So the first one, we'll talk about clear quartz first. Clear quartz is a very common stone. So there's wide varieties of quartzes, right? So quartz, there's clear quartz, there's rose quartz, there's all kinds of quartzes. Even amethyst is a variety of quartz. But the clear quartz, and I have one here, right? The clear quartz is a magnifier. So you can use clear quartz with another stone to amplify the healing properties of the other stone. It also is a very good cleanser, right? It brings forth light, a reflection. It helps to amplify. It brings clarity. And quartz itself, the word comes from the Greek word ice, right? And clear quartz, actually, the crystal balls, right? They're made of clear quartz.
Yeah.
So they thought that, you could foresee somebody's future inside these beautiful crystal clear quartz balls, which I thought was a really cool fun fact.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Gazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Gaze into my crystal ball. Gaze into my crystal ball. The clear quartz is a very high vibing stone. It helps you to align with your higher self. It's great for manifestation, raising your vibration. It supercharges your intentions. All right. So using this, I use this in all of my healing sessions. I always have one here on my desk. And it also helps with every chakra. So it's not really aligned with one or more, like one specific chakra. This can be worked with all of the chakras.
And it's also used, scientists have used it when trying to create wormholes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, they have. It's funny. It's funny because I was watching this video and it was about how clear quartz will amplify electricity too, right? So I was watching this lady and she goes, "Yeah, we put these clear quartz pillars on the in line from the electricity box into her home because it cuts their electric bill down."
Yeah, if you attach it to a copper wire,
Hmm.
that's a Tesla
Yeah.
thing.
So I've got clear quartz outside by the meter box,
Nice.
taped to the meter box.
How long have you had it out there?
I'd say 6 months or so.
You noticed any change?
No,
No.
no, I didn't. I may have done it wrong though. You have to make sure it's on a certain thing, and I don't have copper on it, so maybe that's why.
Maybe it just took the intention is helping anyway.
Yeah,
You know? It's
maybe, maybe. But isn't that interesting?
mhm.
I thought that
Yeah,
was really
very
cool.
interesting. And I just was reading about the copper today, and funny because I always wrap copper around my damn things and make little gifts, you know.
Yeah, you do. I have one of them here in front of me.
Mhm.
A little copper feather.
Some things just intuitively come.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah, it's true. On a side note, like the copper, when you wrap it around a stick and you put it in your garden, it helps the garden to grow, keeps bugs away. Just the frequency and the vibration of the copper
Yeah.
really helps gardeners and stuff. I've used that for a few years now, and it really does work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, copper is a good healer. So my favorite stone, though, is probably black obsidian, which is the next one we'll talk about. Do you have any black obsidian?
I do. And that isn't the obsidian what used to be used back in the day to like for mirrors?
I don't know. Maybe
I
the
feel like
backside of mirrors. It is shiny.
it was used for mirrors and it was said that you could enter other dimensions through that method. Yeah.
So it does have shiny. This one has some other minerals in it as well. But this black obsidian is amazing for protection.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I keep it this actually on my bedside table. It's just a small piece, but I
Mm-hmm.
keep it on my nightstand for when, it's protection while I'm sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that the obsidian and then also other dark crystals are good for protection.
Yeah, they like absorb negative energies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this one, the nickname for the black obsidian stone is the bodyguard stone.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's how powerful it is. It's really cool. It'll shield you from negative energy. It's protection, grounding. Um, it wards off even your own internal judgments. Like
Right.
that's how powerful it is. It will save you from yourself.
Like, and that makes sense in a way of, like I was saying, you could enter other dimensions through there. Maybe it takes and transmutes it into those other timelines that are not part of what we are here.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder.
That's fascinating. Black obsidian is actually formed by rapidly cooling lava. Right, so you can find these. You know, Mexico is a big place to find these. You can use black obsidian when you're doing releasing of shadow work and stuff like that. This is a very powerful stone to have when you're doing that, the shadow work. It is associated with the root chakra.
Mm.
But I love the black obsidian. And I kind of like having the little bits of white around it, just to remind you that there's always a little bit of light amidst all the darkness, you know?
That's
Here's another piece of the black obsidian. These are just small pieces I have with me, but pretty cool.
hmm Another thing that they, because it is a protector and it absorbs all that negativity, you should, cleanse it or whatever more often. And citrine. Are we talk? Did you have a piece of citrine today?
I do have a piece of citrine, yeah.
Well, I learned this today. Something I didn't know is that citrine can clear other crystals. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
yeah. There are a lot of stones like that. Selenite's another one that can help to cleanse other crystals.
Yes.
But citrine is like a master healing stone for sure. Yeah, so like you can stack them together. And there's a lot of ways you can cleanse your crystals, which I thought we could go over at the end.
hmm
Yeah. One of my favorite stones ever is lapis lazuli.
Mm.
Um,
That's clear, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this is the lapis. Again, I just brought the little pieces for my desk here.
Yeah, yeah. That's so
This is
pretty.
lapis. This is a polished one. Lapis lazuli is the Latin translation of that is the stone from heaven.
Mm.
So it's very powerful. It's also an energy protector. It represents wisdom and truth. So you'll see a lot of crowns made from lapis lazuli. It'll help you be able to speak in public speaking forums. It helps to make sure that bring forth truth and knowledge. It's a truth
Oh my
stone.
gosh, what it would be like, liar, liar. Remember that movie?
Yeah. Yes. When he's like trying to hold back the truth. Yeah, you just it will bring forth all of the truth. And this one is associated with the third eye and the throat. All right, so the third eye and the throat chakras. It helps also the heart. All right, and because of its color, right, it's kind of safe to say that anything from the heart up. This is a very high vibrational stone, so it works well with all top four chakras. Um, it protects your psyche against psychic attacks. All right, which is another reason why a lot of healers will wear these in a crown. So I wear, and we're not going to talk about this, but the labradorite is another powerful protector. I have a labradorite crown
Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty.
that I wear, but I thought we could talk about that in another one.
That is nice.
Yeah. Um, the labradorite is another one that will help protect the psyche. Um, it will help to enhance metaphysical powers. And it helps you to see the truth of who you truly are at the core of your being.
Mm.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, that's beautiful.
I love lapis, one of my favorites. You reading the yeah, you're reading the comments.
Oh, blue onyx. Wow, I bet that's cool.
Yeah.
So I guess that lapis would also be considered protection because it's
Yeah.
struck.
Hmm. Yeah. It protects you against psychic attacks for sure.
Yeah, yep, you
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah. So the next one we're going to talk about is selenite. And I have a lot of selenite. I have a
Yeah.
selenite tower here. This is always sitting right here on the desk. I have the selenite palm stone, which I use in a lot of my healing sessions. And then I have also the pyramid, selenite pyramid.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is cool. The selenite is also like a cleansing stone. It can help to cleanse you, your physical, your spiritual, your emotional bodies, all of it. It also will cleanse other crystals. It cleanses spaces. So I keep selenite everywhere around me. Like I have this one too, this selenite wand.
Mm.
So selenite's one of my favorites, and then it's a very versatile stone. It is the Greek word for selenite is selene, right? Which means moon.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
isn't that interesting? And it's the stone of new beginnings. So it creates a shield of white light, which, girl, you know, you and I both love that white light. And
Yeah.
this one is associated with your crown and your third eye chakra, also your throat and your heart. This is another one that would be like the top four chakras.
And I read about that. I read that it's capable, that it raises the energy, the energetic, the vibrational frequency of the whole room. If you put them in all four corners, it's
Yes.
very powerful like that too.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. It is also beneficial for bones, skin, and teeth,
Mm.
which I found interesting. Helps with mental clarity, emotional balance, and it guards against negative energy like the obsidian.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it, what else did I read about that? Oh, it's another one that's self-cleaning.
Yes. Yeah, you don't have to worry about cleansing or charging the selenite either.
Hmm.
Yeah. Just to address Mimi, yeah, so we are working on increasing our subscribers on the Tube of You. So we can't do lives over there yet.
Yeah.
If anybody's interested, you can click on the Reiki room up here, go to my link tree, and you'll see Magnetic Beings, the podcast, and you can go to the Ube of Two. The Tube of You,
Yeah, you know what
YT.
I mean. Mimi, you know what she means.
You know what I mean. YT, and you can subscribe for free to us over there.
For
As soon
free.
as we have enough friends on that space, we can start recording there.
How many do we have?
55.
Oh wow. Okay,
It's
that's
50,
better.
which
It's better
says
than the last time.
what?
Last time it was like 30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the next one we're going to talk about is citrine.
Mm.
Yeah, you have citrine.
I love citrine. It reminds me of sunshine.
Yes, it's associated with your solar plexus chakra. Yeah, it's a beautiful stone. It is the bringer of positive vibes and joy. It is the ultimate manifestation stone too. Did you know that?
Mm.
The ultimate manifestation stone.
Nice.
Yeah, it has a golden hue. It helps you with willpower, focus, concentration. So if you're really working on um, manifesting, get you some citrine. This is in the raw, so it's not as bright as it could be. This is a raw piece of citrine.
I had a piece that was so beautiful. I absolutely loved it. And then I ended up gifting it to Kelly.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
she was doing a session on me, and then I was like, oh shit, okay, okay, spirit.
Uh-huh.
And so
That happens to me too.
I put it on her. She's got a Buddha statue, and I put it on there. But it was actually a Buddha carved into the piece.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was in a store, and I was looking at it, and I was like, it's just so beautiful, And it was like a $500 piece, and then the girl was like, why don't you just take that? She's the owner of the store, and I was like, okay. So then ultimately, after wearing it for a couple of years, I did the same thing. It just goes where it wants to. It does its own thing.
I love that. I love that. But it's the amazing thing is that you were like you listened to what Spirit was saying, like it's
I was like,
time to yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many sessions, I've been, using the crystals and I have my favorite crystal on a client and then I hear this, it's theirs now, and I'm like, no, no. But you learn to let go, right? And whatever you give, whatever you put out comes back to you tenfold.
low and
So
yep.
yeah, it's always beautiful. My one client, like every time she came, she would get a new one. She's like, "Why do you keep giving this to me?" And I was like, "They keep telling me that they're yours." And then I have to go to the crystal shop and find another one, But it's beautiful. I love it. It's amazing. So citrine is great for helping depression because it's the solar plexus. It helps you with confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, right? That's all that solar plexus chakra stuff, so you want to increase it. Get yourself some citrine, all right? It is great for helping depression and seasonal affective. Those of you that have the seasonal affective, I don't want to say the just whatever, but
You said the D.
yeah, I don't want to say that for sure, but if you believe that you have that, get yourself some citrine. It will help bring some sunshiny love into your life. I love that.
That is a real thing for sure. I
Yeah.
sit there in the mornings in front of that sun. I'm just like, hit me.
Yeah. Yeah. Amethyst was the next one we were going to talk about. I have this one here to show you guys. This is a nice chunk of raw amethyst here. I do have like a little polished stone here as well. They come in a variety of shades from light purple to, deep purple, like a violet to a very deep purple. It enhances your intuition, helps you to calm your mind. All right. Physical healing and emotional balance is what the amethyst is all about. It can help you with spiritual growth. It is also a protection stone. It aids sleep, boosts immunity, helps your endocrine system, and it stimulates creativity.
And it's purple.
And it's purple, right? The chakras are the heart, throat, third eye, and the crown. So also the top 4 chakras. Yeah, yep. Our box meditation.
Top of the cage.
Yep. The body cage. So that is amazing. Do you have anything you wanted to add about amethyst?
No, not that. No. That's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Natalie wrote in the chat. Some people put the amethyst in the water and then drink it, and I do that as well. You can do that with some stones. The softer ones, however, like selenite, you do not want to put these down into water. They're self-cleaning. You don't need to run them. I made the mistake of putting it was actually my pyramid. I put it in the water just because I wasn't thinking I had like 400 stones in there charging all at once under a full moon. It was right before the solar eclipse last year. Remember that big solar eclipse? And the selenite will melt. Yeah.
Well, when you said put it in the water, it made me think of I like there are different things that you can put in the water to clear the water, clean the water, kind of thing. And
Yep.
shungite was
Shungite.
one that I saw that's good for that.
Yeah, amethyst will clean it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but don't
Beautiful. I mean,
really.
any of the harder crystals really you can put into your water for, whatever you're looking to, whatever benefit you're looking to get from it, putting it in your water is
Selenite just seems like it slivers off on at any even touching it, right? You know.
not a good idea. Yeah, don't ever put your selenite in water. Um, so that's the amethyst. Now, this next one I love so much, and this is the last one that I have written down, is the prasiolite.
Ooh.
All right, prasiolite is mine in Brazil and Poland. All right, it's spelled Prasiolite. It is an emotional stone. Okay, it is heart awakening to love, right? So it will help your heart to awaken to love. It helps with compassion. It helps you to ground to Mother Earth, right? It is a manifesting a spiritual connection. So, like, let me just look at this here real quick. It resonates with the green man and the great goddess. Okay, so all things of earth allows for awakening from restrictive old ways, helps one to celebrate yourself, assists in expressing spiritual ideals. A stone of namaste. I love that. All right. And you guys know, namaste. The recognition of the divine spark within all beings fosters self-acceptance and compassion. Yes, prasiolite is Prasiolite. Prasiolite. And this one is shaped like a heart. I'm sure you can see.
Compassion.
This was given to me as a gift um, by a fellow Reiki master. She gave this to me.
I
So
love I love that.
um, the crystals that I get as gifts are always so special. I just love them so much. When you are, so let me just finish this up real quick. All right, so manifesting spiritual connection, it helps to align the mind, the spirit, and the physical body. It helps with meditation and inner connection. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So there are thousands and thousands of stones, right? All different kinds that all have different purposes and spiritual significance. And it can vary from culture to culture. Different cultures will use different stones for different purposes. Um, from my perspective, your intention when using your stones is the biggest factor in how
Right.
it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
Um, so cleansing stones, there's a couple ways you can do that.
Oh.
I mean, you want to say it?
I mean, yeah, you can put them in the sun or put them in the moonlight, right?
Yep.
You can put them with other stones like this the we were talking about with the citrine.
Yeah.
As
Yeah, you can put them with
you
some
can also, I mean, yeah.
running
What
water, running in natural waters, like your yep, at the beach. Um, you can do them in like a little spring or a little stream. I have put them in like a big sieve, like a colander, and set them down into a stream that I was nearby at one point. For the full moon, you want them to be in direct path as much as possible of the moonlight itself. Um, set the intention. You want to pray or send good vibes to the stones before they're charging or replenishing. And yeah, that's about it. I love it. The stones are my favorite. I have so many.
So I just love they're called mo, monatomic,
Monoatomic.
yeah. And they're called Andorian crystals. It's like glass. It's almost monoatomic. Am I saying Monatomic? Monatomic.
Monatomic?
Yes.
Monatomic.
Right. So like some crystals are come from the things being heated up.
Like
Right.
diamonds, right? Or that's pressure.
Well, yeah,
Diamonds are pressure.
that is pressure. But like lava
Yeah.
and whatnot, these are like these have a metallic structure that is within them, and they're like old, old, and supposedly they hold energy from, and they're only found in a couple places, and they weren't found until like the 80s.
Oh.
And yeah, it's very interesting. And I've had a couple of those, but it's really hard. You can't test them because normally you can test the crystals by doing different scans or whatnot. And these aren't the same way because they're, I guess, mono,
Monoatomic.
yes. And then which we had talked about the monatomic gold. And so this is the rabbit hole I was down today,
Okay.
which was with this lady that, wait, I wrote her name down. It was just so cool. Her name is Nellie Thompson, and she was raised on the Chickasaw Indian Reservation, right? And then she ended up, and she was born in 1918. And she ended up being her whole life disabled. She had to move, and she moved out to somewhere near Montana, and she was raising her kids. And then she was a healer. She was, and like she was a medicine woman, and wherever she had moved to, she came down with this congestive heart disease, right? And so she was praying over it. And then Jesus, she would communicate with Jesus in her prayers. And in her meditation, Jesus led her up this mountain to this area of these. Did I write down the type of plant? To me, that was not really on the top of my brain when I should have written it down there, and told her to go there and collect this herbs or whatever off this mountain. And then she did that and put it in a tea. And then when she went back to the doctor, there was no, like, he thought he had given her the wrong diagnosis or he had the wrong patient. Like, everything was gone, right? And that's cool and all. But then what happened was this psychic came to her and it was like, I had a dream that I saw this certain type of stone. It looks like glass and the color and all this. And she invited her over, and the woman went over and saw on the altar of this Nellie, there was a stone sitting there that she had found when she was out collecting this herb.
Right.
And she's like, that's it. That's the stone I saw. That's it. Where did you get that? And she said, on the mountain, and it was the only one I've ever seen. And I've been going through these mountains, blah, blah, blah. And she says, you have to go get more and find more of them. There was just this connection. She was like receiving information. And so this woman went back and she couldn't find it. But one thing about this plant was in her mind when Jesus walked her up there, there was a white dust all over these herbs, these plants. And unbeknownst to her, it was the dust from these stones. And she eventually was able to go back there and find the same spot because the woman, the psychic, was like, I see white. It looks like snow or dust or something, you know. And that's when the Nelly woman was like, oh my gosh, I know where to go. And she had grandkids at that point, and she went back and she got them and all this. And I just thought, wow, that was a really cool story. So they were named Andorra was a name given to them by a channeled message from the entity.
Entity.
Thank you. Thoth.
Thought.
Thoth. Thoth. Yeah.
Wow.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Monatomic Andorra crystals. And oh yeah, also guess what else? What was it? It was the where they were, Mount Shasta.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We need to go to Mount Shasta too.
Yeah. And so, oh, the other thing that the psychic had said was like that the earth was not prepared for the information that these crystals held. And that's why that Nellie wasn't finding them, and then that there was going to come a day when they would, and these would present themselves, right? And then shortly after, there was an earthquake, and Nellie was walking around her property to see if there was any damage, and the earth had split, and then there's just a bunch of them.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is so cool.
Lady Nellie.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh, Nellie.
Oh, Nelly. I love that story.
Yeah, yeah.
That
I
is
thought so. They took, okay, so this, I thought this was cool too. I was just like, they took a strand of DNA and they attached a monoatomic element at each end of it. And when they did, it accelerated the vibrational frequency of that strand of DNA to the point of radiance to where it emitted light.
love it
Why do we get so excited about these things?
because it's beautiful. It's natural healing.
I love it too, though. I just can't get
Right?
enough. I just
It's
can't get
good
enough
for
of it.
people. And that's the goal, right? Is to help people.
Yes, that is the goal.
I just, it's so exciting. I love it. I love life.
These, oh yeah, that's the other thing. They're superconductors. They're considered superconductors, right? And then because of the simultaneousness,
I like that word.
and some people can see actual beings in them, you know, encased in them, and different light comes out a different way than, like, say, a normal glass that is made of crystal.
Wow. So, what is that crystal called again?
Uh, and Andora, Andorra,
Pandora.
and Lady Nellie specifically. If you put those words together, you're gonna pull that information.
Huh.
Yeah,
Now I'm like, I gotta go get me one.
I, yeah, it's not that easy. Like
Really?
I said, I've had two, and then since then I have not been able to find. Oh no, it's easy because you just want the crystal. I'm looking for one that's a piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
That's I guess I could make it into jewelry, but
You
yeah,
could.
there's a couple on eBay.
Oh, I see one that's shaped like a Merkaba.
That's well, I don't know. Like I
They're
don't
like
know.
green. They remind me of. You ever walk on the train tracks when you were a kid and you'd find those little, like greenish looking balls?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just where I lived. But anyway, we would go walking down the train tracks and we would find these like green spheres
Hmm.
on the train tracks, and that's what it reminds me of.
All right, they come in different colors too. The one I had was one of them I had was yellow. Another
Okay.
one that I had was like clear.
Yeah, I see one that has a couple different colors in it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Isn't that cool?
That is so cool. There's one that's like a deep blue too, and then one that's like turquoise.
So most crystals don't have don't have metallic structures within them, and that's the difference. The
Okay.
main difference in this is the fact that they have those metallic elements in there.
Right. That's
Mhm.
fascinating. Do you know what kind of metallic?
There's it's all different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like in a powder form. That's what you're seeing the powder from this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's sterling gold. Um, it listed like five or six different.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so cool. Oh, before I forget to tell you, remember those coins I was finding?
yeah.
They're made of Nordic gold.
Ooh,
And then
ooh.
like in my awareness lately, and I know everybody listening to this is not gonna know what I'm saying, but in my awareness lately have been the Nordic ETs, which is weird.
No, it's not.
No, I mean I know it's not, but I know it's for a reason, but it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, those stones are highly sensitive to the electromagnetic field too. And also, when you said Nordic, who was it? It was the somebody lived over on Mount Shasta in that area, and I can't.
The Pleiadians.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is that what's drawing me to that? I bet you it is.
Mhm.
That is. Ooh, did you know that the Bermuda Triangle? It's thought that there is a huge crystal under where that is.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And I wonder, because there's a couple of places like that, aren't there?
Yeah, they have like like they have yeah, it's all over the world, right? We were watching that video. Remember we
Yeah,
were like sitting through that class, I guess you could call it a class.
yeah, that's
And they
where
find them all over the place. They're like energetic anomalies. The Bermuda Triangle is one of them. Yeah.
I wonder if there's crystals under all those places.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Like you think it's one big one?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh no, interesting.
And it's like nobody passes through. Well, awesome. Well, this was a lot of fun. Something different to talk about. Did you have
Yeah,
anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think so. Yeah,
Um, thank you.
plating,
What?
plating. I'm still thinking about the plating.
Yeah, the Pleiadians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are my homies.
I want to go home.
Call me home.
I want to go home. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
7 stars for sure.
The dog. This is the dog trying to get up in here.
Yeah.
You see my arm fly
Pay
up.
attention to me now.
Yeah,
Attention to me now.
the time is up.
Yes,
Well, that was lovely.
it was. It was very
Totally
good.
lovely.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We will post this on our YT account if you guys want to go give us a little free subscribe over there. That'd be amazing. We're trying to grow that channel. And then it will be available probably tomorrow at the latest, anywhere you hear podcasts.
I can't take credit for any of that. That's all Devin. She's the queen.
We are still learning and growing, right? It will evolve, and it is what it is. We love doing it. That's amazing, and we love hanging out with you guys.
Yes, love you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.